Kia ora koutou katoa. Hello, this is Lesley Ormsby, psychic medium, healer, teacher of spiritual and mystical things, and so much more. So part of the so much more that I do are these weekly and also, I was going to say and also monthly reads as well. So this is the weekly read, and it's the second week of June 2020 for Capricorn. Okay, so Capricorn, your days when I put up your videos and for the messages that come through, whether they're weekly and or monthly, are on Thursdays. So check out in the description box below any more details that you need to know about that. Need to know about that. So the other thing is, I just want to say thank you to all of you Capricorn energies out there, you beautiful energies who have subscribed to my YouTube channel, and I really super appreciate the support that you've given me to help me build my channel, to get the energy out there, the messages out there that others may want to or feel they need to hear as well for their whatever shift they're going through for themselves. So thank you very much. And I just want to also take this opportunity to invite those of you who haven't subscribed yet to do that now, or at the end of the video. Please also leave a thumbs up or a comment if it's something that you understand, or it's something that not so much just resonates with you, but that too, of course, but you get what that's coming through with the video, with the messages that are coming through. It's always nice for, just to know. So anyway, I just also want to say that and remind everybody that these are general messages, the energy forecast that's coming through. So it may or may not, suit you, or you may not understand it. It may not be right now because it is a forecast, okay? However, some of you may already have be in a similar situation with the story that's coming through. That's going to come through soon, it may give you a little bit more clarification and of what you've already intuitively or sensing yourself could happen. Okay, so anyway, and the other thing is, this is like super for Capricorn, if you're watching for Capricorn and Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus, which is another one of the signs that you could fall under. Or resonate with, connect with energetically wise. If what I mean by that is, like, say for instance, I'm a Gemini. I follow my Gemini sign in the sun, in my sun sign. Okay, so my star sign is that another word for the sun sign. So which is about personality, and others will follow the moon, which is about emotions. Rising is about soul, and Venus is about love. So I've just given a very general, basic, I was going to say, I forgot what I was going to say. Like the word clue comes out about what those other signs, typically are about, basically. So anyway, there is a link in the description box below that will take you to a website that has a calculator, and it's free. So you can that works out what your other signs are. So what can happen is sometimes if this doesn't fully resonate with you, or you kind of resonate with it, or get it, you can check out one of those other signs, or all of them. It's up to you to get a more comprehensive view or knowledge and understanding about what could be going on for you in the future, or even right now, when you can get some epiphany moments. So yeah, so feel free to check out any of the other ones that I put out, and somebody else may be putting them that you may get something up from somebody else that does this sort of thing as well. Okay, so anyway, and also if you would like to book a reading or a healing session, I do them online and or in person. So wherever you are in the world, just make connection with me, and with through my details that are in the description box below. Okay, cool, cheaps. I think Capricorn, your energy, the Capricornian energy just wants to get going because there's a lot going on. So anyway, this is like this week they're more going, and which has been something that has been happening with the work that I do, is more shifting into the healing side of work and energies, as well as the mediumship and the psychic energies and all that sort of. So it's a very mixed blend, but these readings seem to be going to more of a healing place, in the sense of bringing in some other tools to help us as we're shifting through the energies that that are in the world at the moment, that the universe is pushing us through to help us take note of things about ourselves. And that's like not good and bad, not just necessarily like negative stuff, but also the good things that we have worked through and what we've accomplished, and getting us to notice those so we can use those skills and abilities and knowledge to help us to replicate that basically, and use those into other parts of our life where we may be needing to and wanting to also to enhance or enlighten, or change in our lives. And so it's kind of it's just shifting that way. Okay, and we have this energy at the moment with the full moon energy in Sagittarius, which is giving us a little bit of a shove and creating an energetic movement with things moving as well. And so it can be a little bit overwhelming and overwhelming. I'm hearing the word unnerving for some of you, but unknowing as well, but along with as well, and it's bringing up things for us to look at, to look at within ourselves, okay, and how we respond, and how we work and move, think, in this world at the moment, okay. Anyway, so part of the way they're doing it this week is through the sending the healing energy, and is working with the crystals. So I have this booklet here, or this deck here. This is a Crystal Spirits Oracle deck. I'm not going to read the messages from there because I'm more drawn to give some basic benefits and to help with how each crystal works. So, and I've got 4 have fallen out. It seems to be 4 that is the number. So it gives you a variety of different types of crystals that could be quite helpful for you as you shift through this week, this month, and maybe the next few months, depending on how long it resonates with you, okay? And how long you resonate with it. So it's a team effort there with you and the crystal, and that's energy. So the other thing is, I just want to say that if you can't get a hold of these, or if you don't have any of these in within your reach, and you don't necessarily want to buy a whole lot of crystals, and that's okay. What I do is I look on Facebook. I look on all that too, but more so I Google it. And what crystal it is that I want to, that I'm drawn to, or if something pops up. And then on a lot of the websites have some really nice images that have some amazing energy that you can feel from the crystal that you're looking for. So just Google the name of it and see if you can find one. Also, you'll be able to get a little bit more information about how that crystal, the benefits of and how to use the different crystals. With some of them you might use slightly differently. So and how they can benefit you as well. So anyway, the first crystal that came out is smithsonite, and it's number 51 in the deck, which is 5 is about energy and 1 is about new beginnings. So okay, so 1 is about being one with self. So there is maybe something like a new beginning of a new knowing of you, and something that you're doing, and you're going through like right now that is coming into play, and it's like you're at this phase of like switching over now and like really getting this, waiting for this aha moment so you can totally get it and move into a new phase or something else that you're learning about yourself. So, or another understanding, it's just a deeper understanding and a deeper knowing. It's like how you roll in this world, and how that affects you and others in your life, and everything in your life basically. So and there's like, I could just see this light bulb moment and aha moments as well. So smithsonite is number 51 in the deck. So 5 is about energy, and it's about seeing everything as energy and vibration. So it's about also being mindful about your energy, which is really with the thoughts that you put out, because the thoughts that we have, if they're really, really intense and we keep focusing on them, we're going to be like ending up vibrating in that energy, and that we're going to vibrate that energy out as well. And so it's like you're going to get more of the same basically. So it's like like if you're anxious and you're not really knowing what it is about, then just figure out what the hell is that you're anxious about, and, you know, have a wee chat with yourself, you know, do a meditation, or, you know, or have a chat with somebody else about it to figure out what that anxiety is about, because you're going. So, and if you already know what it is about, then why are you anxious about it? It's like looking into finding a way to move past the anxiety, because it's like, it just like breeds more and more, the bubble, or you just you conjure up more and energy, and you start adding more onto it. So it's like, don't go there, and don't overthink things, because it just snowballs basically, and we make it worse for ourselves. So Smithsonite, anyway, the healing energies of Smithsonite are known to be essential for childbirth, as well as the infertility treatment. This stone may also build up the immunity, support the digestive system, as well as restore the muscles and veins. So the colors of the stone may vary from purple, pink, lavender, yellow, blue, brown, blue, green to white, grey. Okay, so where am I going with that? There was something that was coming through there. So really, oh, that's right. I was just wanted to say too that, because this is, I've taken, you know, the initiative, so I could get I've looked on the internet to get a really good, just like I say, some brief, do some notes about what each crystal has, the benefits are. So I can read them through, and you can go through it later and, you know, Google it yourself. So anyway, so what I'm getting from this one is, like, you know, talk about the new beginnings. It's okay, so it's about childbirth. So it's not just the physical side of it, although it kind of says that in there. But spiritually, there is a rebirth for a lot of us, which is what the one is about. And a rebirth in the energy that we're emanating, and the energy that we can emanate if we choose to think and, you know, feel, do things in a different way than what we normally do it. So we end up feeling like no matter what, we've got an outcome, and we can be process it to be easier and more in a more loving and enlightening way, where you know, to bring about a peace, to bring it peace within. Okay, and learning to live with it, or manage with it, cope with it in a most loving way. Okay, so anyway, it's Smithsonite. So this is about something about to whatever you're doing with you and your energy, moving into a new phase, a new beginning. Okay, then we have selenite. I love selenite. Now these two cards fell out together. So selenite, this is probably my most favorite, I don't know, I can't even say that. One of my, yeah, I really love selenite. I love a lot of crystals, but I think this one would be near the top of the list, or one of the ones at the top of my list to have. And so selenite cleanses and purifies its environment, clears negative energy, cleanses and charges other crystals, is a self-cleansing crystal. So you won't want to get this one wet, because it will dissolve over time, and you'll wreck it. And it's self-cleansing, so you don't necessarily have to like cleanse it, although I like to leave mine out in the sun, and I like to sage it as well every now and then. Its calming properties makes it ideal for meditation and spiritual work, enhances team spirit in groups and organizations. It's the perfect crystal for gridding the home or property. Okay, so have a little read up about that one. I really like it. And I have a lot of it in my home, and sometimes I will sleep with it in my bed, or under my pillow, just, you know, and this is a piece of selenite that I do have. I have lots of it, because I use these on my card decks, as I, you know, shuffle them to clear them and cleanse them between each reading. And there's you can get them in all sorts of shapes as well. So here is one. Here is another one that I have as well. So in this sort of shape. So there are like towers as well. So they're absolutely amazing to have around the home, in certain areas of the home, or like you know, for grids, like it says. So I would, if you can get a hold of these two, I feel like these two kind of like are working together, because they fell out together. Okay, when I was shuffling them. Either that's your choice. Whatever, you know, rolls with you. You feel like more works with you. So the other two that came out, the next one is amethyst. Okay, so this is a really quite well known one, and it's number 4. So, and this number 4 in the deck. So number 4 is about security, directions, and security in directions, or directions with security. Okay, so I'm kind of like switching the words around, because some of us will see it like quite differently. So it's about foundation and creating one, being in a firm one. And then when we do that, it's about like we're working towards security and having, or to have it or to get it. Okay. So in whatever we're doing, so it could be a security within your general picture in life, as in finance, within yourself, whether a relationship, business, work, career, whatever it is for you at this moment. Okay, so I'm hearing for a lot of people it's just, a grounding and a foundation within family, as well as direction in life, which is, quite understandable as we moving through this episode in the world that's happening now with the COVID and that. So number 4 is about that. So some of us are like really regrouping, rebuilding, or creating again. And it's like interesting because they're not talking about recreating, it's like creating again and from scratch for some people. And it's like the whole thing about life is different, like this. Something has, not just the COVID thing as well. For some of us, it's like this has been coming, the COVID thing for a lot of us, whatever sign you are, has kind of like tweaked things another notch. It's really been an eye-opener. It's opened up things. It's shaken that, rattled the cage, you could say, for a lot of people, wherever you are in the world, with whether, whatever status you are in the world is like, and whatever, wherever you are in the community is, it's kind of like it's rattled everybody, and in some way or form. So amethyst, anyway, is like sort of just going off on a tangent. Okay, where it's going on now? My computer has frozen. Oh gosh, I'll just see if I can get it to go. So amethyst, basically, where are we going? Oh, it's bloody frozen on me. So amethyst basically is a natural tranquilizer. It relieves stress and strain, soothes irritability, balances mood swings, dispels anger, rage, fear, and anxiety. It alleviates sadness and grief and dissolves negativity. It also activates our spiritual awareness and opens intuition. And it's also a protection stone in that sense as well. Okay, cool. And then I'll just see if I can get this going again. I don't know why it's gone like that. Brilliant. Now, Apache Tears. Okay, it's number 5 in the deck. So it's interesting, got 4 and 5. So there's something that's running in sequence. And Apache Tears is about grief. Okay, so it helps us to move through, dispel grief. And it's a little bit like obsidian as well, but it's got a lighter energy. So it can be a protective stone as well. But essentially, it's about helping us to move through, whatever, the different phases of grief. And to dispel any fears and things like that. That might come up through this grief, and helping us to move through it in the most loving and positive way, understanding way that we can do for us. Okay, so, and once again, that's about energy. So it's about shifting that energy, making sure that we're in a really nice energetic space, even though we're moving through grief. Grief can be like just something really recent, or we're still holding on to things from the past. Is some of us are actually holding on things from, like, not just in this past, the past in this life, but past in other lives, lifetimes that we've come back, we've been here for. So I hope those will help you through whatever it is that you're working through for you, and you understand why Spirit, those cards have fallen out for you. Okay, Capricorn. So let's just feel into those energies. So actually, that's what I was going to do. That's what these are there for. I'm going to put those up there, so the energy will vibrate out for you, or to you and to you. Cool. Right. Oops. There's a big mess there. A really big mess there. So I'm just shuffling. By the way, I always shuffle the cards between each reading, that I do. So just an FYI. And sometimes the cards will just pop out straight after a couple of shuffles, and I will take them. So I don't necessarily choose them from the card from the deck as such. I like to work with them like they flip out, and if one sticks out and I'm drawn to take it out, then I will see it like that. So that's how it rolls for me. I much prefer to do it that way. And let's see what comes up. Now there's a whole lot there, but I'm not going to take that, because when I'm shuffling, I'm asking like Spirit what each sign, which is obviously you now, Capricorn, most needs to know right now to help them through whatever it is they're moving through in their lifetime at this point. So, for the second week of June 2019. So it'll be dated from the 11th of June 2019. So anyway, this first card out, so obviously with all those other ones coming out, they want to start off with this one first, and we have a wee chat about this. So there's something about this is the star, okay, hope and inspiration. So I feel like this is something where some of you are in at the moment, but when it came out and I turned it over, it was in reverse or upside down. So there may be a little bit of resistance in you at the moment. I say resistance in the sense where they're going with it, because it may be that you're holding off, or you really want to see hope in something, but it's like you some of you are like too much in like, in that space. It's like it's never going to happen, so got in this like really neg space. And so some of you's or have been, I feel like a good portion of you, this, something maybe is turning around for you, where that is in the past, and it's something just recently has happened, and it's given you more hope, okay, and inspiration to continue doing whatever it is. But for some reason, normally I turn it over straight away and leave it up the correct way, but some of you are like really in this in a funny little space at the moment. So it's about turning that around and finding something to, because at the end of the day, it's up to us in the way we think about things, okay? And that sometimes our, a lot is out of our control, and sometimes we can't always control everything in our little life or in our big life, however you look at it. But it's for you, and the fact that I'm saying little life, it's maybe that you're seeing it as a little life. So expand yourself out into the bigger, wider, expand yourself out, open your world, think differently, really switch it around, because everything is out there. So because I've turned this card up the correct way, okay? So there's a sense of vulnerability in there, because that I'm seeing, and that with this, I'm feeling this, that you, some of you may be feeling a little bit vulnerable and allowing yourself to feel feel that hope and inspiration, because of the fear that it might not be what you think it's going to be, or might not turn out right. So it's like, this is where that thing about how they talk about switching your mindset around, and how they talked about, I mentioned, or something come up with the cards, is about everything that happens, there's a reason for it, and it's about us and how we choose to look at it and see. Even with all some of the crappy and shitty things that have happened in your life, it's like you've got to where you are, and you've survived it. And for you to have got to where you are now and survived it, there must have been some sort of hope and inspiration to keep moving, to keep going in some sort of way. So now, instead of making it a hard bloody slog, make it a little bit more joyous, because you've got there. The evidence is that you're still alive now, and you're still kicking, and you're still moving, and you're obviously positive in some frame of mind, because you're still here, and you're still moving through, and you're still moving in life. You're still communicating in life, or doing whatever it is. So it's like, it's just how you choose to live it. So no matter what happens, okay. For some of you, obviously, it's not gonna happen overnight, but it will happen the more we work at it. And When I look back at my own story in my own life, I could have given up quite easily, but I didn't. I didn't. And there will be a lot of you out there that will be able to understand that. So what they're talking about is just switching our perception and looking at all those things that had happened. I learned from all those, and it's made me a much stronger person, a much, I suppose, a better person in life, in my life. In some ways, it's made me look at things in my life, how I communicate with the people, my relationships with people, my relationship with myself, and so on, okay? So there is that sort of thing, whatever phase you're in, you're just going through a phase, okay? So turn it around and look for that and keep that in mind, hope and inspiration. Okay, friendship. So somebody, the Two of Cups has come through with this next lot of cards, which is 3. That's come out together. Friendship. So I kind of want to like, so I'm scratching my ear, I notice, and flicking around. So there's lots of energy around you to help you. But the fact that I'm scratching my ear, I'm hearing like listen, okay? Like literally listen. So it may not be, maybe that you're not listening to, and not just taking action, but listening to some advice or some inspiration that has been coming to you, okay? So friendship, the Two of Cups. So you may have somebody may be coming in your life, okay? And you may form a friendship with somebody new in your life, or somebody that's been in your life that you formed before, in your life now, currently, or has been for a time, but it's like I'm feeling for some of you that you form a new friendship. Something is developing with that in a different way than what it has been before. And it may be that some of you have not seen a friend for quite a while, or maybe have fallen out a long time ago, and now it's like time to mend the bridges or something, and you learn about a new way of communicating with them, as vice versa, them with you. The other side of it, because it's the Cups is about thoughts, about feelings and emotions. I feel like there's the energy, like with this one here, the Star, is about that emotional and relationship that you have with yourself as well, and with others, okay? How you see things. So and communicate, basically, and what your connection is like. And it's like connecting with other people. There seems to be a shift in that, where there's more of a friendship thing coming in, okay? So the Knight of Cups, okay? The Knight of Cups is the lover. See how this, it's just like, meandering in, but I do feel like that for some of you, it may be that you're working with a love relationship, love energy that's there at the moment. However, some of you, I feel like that relationship could be, loving yourself, okay, for a lot of you, and which goes back to this friendship thing here, and the Star. It seems to be flowing, and with all the energy from the crystals, it seems to be leading that way, where it's more, this is more of a personal nature for you. It's about loving yourself. So, and in turn, when we do move through life with knowing who we are and loving who we are and loving, loving life, basically, no matter what happens and what's happened in the past, that's in the past, and creating the life that you want, okay? And then we have the Three of Wands, okay? So the Three of Wands is a very energetic card, well, in the sense that there is it's a wands, it's a fire energy, and the Three of Wands is basically about a completion of the first phase. So there's something that you've obviously started working on and processing, and there's and you've moved through something, okay? Or you're moving through something, and another understanding, or a deeper understanding of who you are, basically, okay? And there's more motivation and passion there, and it's like, I feel like, because the Wands is about your energy, okay, or our energy, about motivation, about passion. It's about life purpose, or finding, you know, not just finding it, but being it, okay? And ideas and our spirituality and our imagination, and bringing that all together and going out and doing it. So there is something that is sparked up for you maybe a little while ago, and maybe like something that's come up, you know, that you've been working on through the lockdown and things like that. And this whole process, it's like, okay, I've got it now. I've figured out how I can work with this new project, whether it be yourself, working with others, something around the house, work, you know, your career, your business, you know, doing something like, you know, I keep, for some reason around the house, but more so I keep coming back to you, okay? Awesome. And things that are going on around your life, in your life. It's so exciting. Yeah, so exciting. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for you because that's for this week. So it may roll into next week. So there is some amazing, because I feel like there's this one here is just acknowledging that you've moved through something, and it's like, yay, ha, and to keep going, because it's, you know, there's something that's definitely happening and moving for you and within you. Okay. Awesome. I look forward to seeing how this continues next week. So I'm going to leave that with you, Capricorn, for now. Anyway, and we're going to leave you with lots of love, peace, harmony, and joy, excitement and adventure. And God bless you. And we'll see you next Thursday. Okay? Bye for now.